Hello, welcome to the final day, the fifth day of the faculty development program on building a startup ecosystem in academia. And we had spent 4 days of learning about how to create an ecosystem in academia, how to develop an idea, and from idea, how do you actually create an opportunity, and from opportunity, how do you evaluate the opportunity, and then formulate a business model, and then use the business model canvas, the lean canvas. We learned about the different theories of entrepreneurship, the types of entrepreneurship uh, we have covered. So today we will be having the final session, but before that, welcome once again to the International Internship University, and I'm thrilled to be your trainer and the resource person for today's session. The session is a golden opportunity for educators, counselors, parents, and students alike. I am Dr. Subrata Chattopadhyay. I'm a professor of Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata in India. And it is one of the renowned institutes in Kolkata and India. So my revered thanks to the visionary leader, the founder of International Internship University, Mr. Piyush Panditji, sir. And we are here to equip you with the skills and knowledge which will truly empower you. Our goal is to ensure that no one is deprived of education and skills, fostering a world filled with capable individuals. So without further ado, let's kickstart today's session on building a startup ecosystem in academia and explore the fascinating world of the same. So get ready to enrich your skills and broaden your horizons. So today, what I'm going to do is that, as I said yesterday, that we will be actually going through one of the practice ventures, a business plan, and try to understand that how the students in the academia, they have created a business plan, they have ideated, they have formulated the opportunity matrix, and after that developed the business model and created a MVP, the value proposition for the business idea, and thereafter they have formulated a full-fledged business plan. So I'm going to share my screen, and let's see that how business plans are formulated. Let me make it full screen. Yeah. So this is just give me a minute. Yeah, so this is the company. This is Tacoma Health Test Corporation. This is the name that they have given. And this the students have done in a foundation course of entrepreneurship. And the PV ID, the practice venture ID is given. As you can see over here, they start with the introduction to the company. So introduction and team compositions, that should be the first slide. So business name, then the team members' names, what are the strengths and abilities? As you can see, one would be the CEO, the other can be the COO, and so on, CFO, right? So CEO is the Chief Executive Officer, COO is the Chief Operations Officer, CFO the Chief Financial Officer, CMO is the Chief Marketing Officer, depending on the capabilities of the team. Now, then they have written that what makes us a good team to solve the problem that we choose. And they have written that the skills are fit and capable of the problem, and they have each one of them are health conscious, and they possess the skill for the problem, and they want to eradicate the problem and bring about a solution. They want to promote good health by combining their ideas and create a product that will help not only them but also the people at large, the society at large. And that's why they have come up with this type of venture. So first of all, they have come up with the problem. What is the problem? The problem is the health development nation and eating unhealthy foods, junk foods, malnutrition. That is the problem that they want to address. So they have found out that around 98% of the customers that they have interviewed are facing this problem. So what are the existing alternatives? So they have done an alternative analysis. Ready to use therapeutic foods, acupuncture, replace all the chocolates with dark chocolates, and sweet potato wedges, that can be a solution. And they have used extensively Google Form survey and social media, because this venture was actually carried out during the pandemic. So they have done the survey through online mode. And this was the result of the survey. Now, how many customers did they interview? They interviewed around 26 people through Google Form survey, and 100% of them agree that the problem needs to be solved. How many of them say that they have already solved they can already solve the problem? 100% say that they can solve the problem, and all of them responded that they are willing to have a new solution. Now, what is the customer persona? So next slide is customer persona. So when you develop a business plan, you should follow this sequence. So what is the market type? The market type is vegan food, that is plant-based food. Then they have done an analysis of TAM, SAM, and SOM. What is TAM, SAM, and SOM? TAM is the total addressable market. That means the total population of the people. So they have done this venture is from Philippines, and the capital is Manila. So they have taken the entire population of Manila into consideration, and the target customer in the metro out of the total population of Manila is 1.72% they have taken. And then they have identified a serviceable addressable market. So male and female in the age group of 18 to 70 years, they have calculated that what would be the number. And the market that they cater annually would be 240,000, which is 0.34%. So that means 240,000 annually, that is 20,000 monthly. That would be their target customer base. And then they have gone to the services obtainable market, that is the amount of customers that they assume that they will be able to cater, which is they have taken around 50% of the SAM, which is 1,20,000, that is 0.17%. So 0.34% is the SAM, and the SOM, that is services obtainable market, is 0.17%. And what is the niche? They are to give them a healthy eating, plant-based products, and healthy snacking. So given the fact that many people can be busy, they can have ready-to-eat food, but it is healthy, not just like others, which have more preservatives and added foods. So this is basically, a typical customer persona, as you can see, right? So 18 to 70 is the target age group. So this person is 25 years old, who is a stunning and dramatic, conveying dark undertones and emotions. And by profession, this person is a singer and dancer. And He is from South Korea. His goals is to be healthy enough for his work because he is a singer and dancer. He wants to be a good singer and he wants to maintain a fit body. But his frustrations are he's gaining weight and he's feeling pressurized in life. Okay. So health is his priority and he's frustrated about his eating habits because even though he's trying to his best to maintain his weight, but then he cannot control. He actually falls prey to some sweets. So his personality is basically hardworking, multi-talented, and lovely and angelic visuals. So these are few typical persona. The next one, as you can see, this is an advocate, a health advocate. He wants to be a health advocate rather. He wants to save people's lives. He's a health conscious person, and this person is a public figure and politician. Right? Location is Pangasian. Personality, he is kind, he is responsible, he is hardworking, and is a good servant. And he introduces the eating of alternative plants, turns into meat alike, that gives a good feedback to the people, and they can eat up for a better cause. Again, his frustration is obesity. And since he is very hardworking and he is responsible, so he does not want difficulties in doing duties in public. That is his pain. So like this, you can take different persona. This is a professor, and he is not very extrovert, as you can see, right? He is sensing to some extent. He is emotional. He's single. He's a frequent traveler, and his archetype is an explorer. He is organized, critical thinking is there, practical and flexible. Right? He explores a lot of places, and which give him his own lifestyle. But his frustrations are too much of time is spent in search of a good area, too many websites visited, and he is not very practical. Right? So these are his frustrations. So like this, you can formulate some of the persona and then come to, what can be the solution to the problems. So what these people are doing is that they will make people aware about malnutrition, about unhealthy eating habits, and educate people about the different other healthy food alternatives, and be a good influence on people who eat, this junk foods, and propose the community for vegetarian meat. So currently the customers are addressing problem by health being one of the priorities in their life. Health is one of our protection, and to protect and give knowledge to other people about the importance about one's health, to save life, and health is wealth. So these are the solutions that they want to come up with, this particular team who has developed this venture. Okay, so they want to offer good diet, good results, great change of food intake, good quality of food at lower price, and avoid disease and strengthen the immune system. Now, the question is, why this business will work in their market or region or country? They have done a research on that. So Filipinos do love meat. However, there has been an increase in veganism in the Philippines over the past decade. And there is a Facebook group page called Manila Vegans, and it has more than 30,000 members. And this doesn't include the other online vegan communities, which also have thousands of members. So though this growing lifestyle, over 300 vegan restaurants are sprouting all over the country. And they believe that their product is going to work, because nowadays eating healthy food is one of the most important things that most people do because of the pandemic. And living a healthy lifestyle is the priority. So they, by their analysis, they say that it will work out 100% in that market. Now, after this, they have gone on to develop the value proposition canvas. Now, what is the value proposition canvas? As I said, that value proposition canvas should contain the painkillers, the product or service, and the gain creators. So, what are the painkillers? A lot of customers are buying food, are health conscious, and have fear of what ingredients are there in the product. So, what they have done is that they have come up with the product which will actually eliminate the pains of the people. So, what are the products that they are offering? They are offering sisig, burger patty, and to serve healthy foods made in vegetables but taste like meat. Why? Because Filipinos, they love meat. So, what do you offer that makes customer happy? So, these are gain creators. So, they'll try to innovate and improve their product so the customers will be more excited in trying and buying the product, because there are new ones that will be coming out that they must try on. And then they have written about the gains, that customers would love it because someone takes care of everything, it's affordable, and it's ready to eat healthy food. They would want it. Why? Because they can plan their diet, they do not incur too much of expense, and they afford to eat healthy foods. And the pains that the customers have and they want to address is that many times the customers lose track of the diet plan. They might not afford healthy foods, or they cannot afford at all. This is the lean canvas, which, if you remember in the business lean canvas that I had shown. So they have identified the problem, the solution to the problem, the key metric, the unique value proposition, the unfair advantage, the channels, the customer segments, the cost structure, and revenue streams. So they have actually identified that what goes into each of these, and they have formulated the lean canvas. The early adapters being the public market and the gardening and farming, that is the early adapter. Then they have gone to identify the competition. And what are the parameters that they have studied? They have studied the product benefits, the solution of the product, the unique value proposition, the price, and market review. Now, if you do an analysis of this competition, you can see that the product, Tacoma Health Taste, right? They have a different variety of healthy foods that their customers would want to try every time they will visit most, and they will have most affordable prices. Now, as regards the solution of the product, all this competition, everyone, they offer plant-based meals. But the unique value proposition is it is 100% vegan, and it's made fresh daily, and only approved dishes made with love. So that's how they want to position their brand. Now, they also have a price advantage. As you can see, the highest price being competitor one, price is 165 in their currency, and in their case, their price is 150. The market review is, you can see the others, they are either innovative or productive or creative, and in their case, it is productive and creative. So in all ways, they actually fare well with respect to competition, as you can see. Now, coming to the MVP, the value proposition. So it's a full product or service that is there, and price in Filipino currency is 150, which is good for one person. And the products, as I said, is sisig, lechon, then Vietnamese spring roll, and potato wedge burger. The service options is serving their menu is good for one person. They can serve a freshly cooked meals every day, and they can choose what kind of service they want. The customers can have that option. Whether they want the American style or the silver service style, or whatever style that suits them. Now, coming to the characteristics, they say that they are ethical in their products, in the marketing. Health, definitely yes, and environmental concerns are also there. Now, what are the benefits? It helps their customers to manage time, have healthy foods, affordable healthy meals, and the customers can maintain healthy diet. So since the products is only made of plants and it is fresh, and it will cook at the same time as it's ordered, so it is healthy and fresh, and the products are stored in a clean, dry storage in order to maintain its freshness. So this is about the products. As you can see, the different products, Bichon, then spring roll, then sisig, and potato wedge burger. Now, then they have gone to the evidence of validation. So real potential customer interviews, they have pasted over here. The Google form survey that they have conducted, that they have pasted over here, which actually validates that they have done the survey and the questions they have asked and the responses that they have received. And this is the analysis of the result. So basically, they asked that whether the product validates the solution and price, what are the benefits that the interviewers found, whether they had any changes done after the feedback. Okay, so they have done a data analysis based on the responses. So this is about the pricing, about the surveying, right? So they have done a survey and they have come up with the solution. So these are, the solutions that they have received based on the survey and the Google form that they have done. Now, what are the conclusions? 100% of the target customers are willing to try their products. When it comes to foods, consumers want cheaper one, but with big servings. And they are creative in serving food to the customers because they have different styles of serving, American or silver style. Put more ideas on the menu so that customers will be more attracted to their products. So affordable prices, freshly cooked meals, and healthy, nutritious food is their USP, their unique selling proposition. So what changes are required? So they need to put add-ons in the menu. That's what they found out. The food presentation, the packaging, serving per person, to consider group servings also at affordable prices. These are things that they need to do. Then they went on to do the financial plan. So what are the startup costs? What are the fixed costs? What are the variable costs, the revenue, and finally the summary that, what would be the total cost, total profit, and their break even after how many months. And, they have also found out the contribution or the margin. So that's how, you should develop your business plan. Then in the marketing sales, they actually did research on the brand name and the logo. So why they choose their corporation name. So when they say Tacoma, they want people to think about health foods with better taste. And the logo represents what their product is and how healthy it is, and symbolizes their product is made of veggies. And how do they position the product in the minds of the customers? They want to help those people who have full-time jobs or multiple jobs, or who struggle to balance their work in order to achieve healthy lifestyle and maintain their diet without sacrificing their food. So they offer a solution for high quality health foods, which is not tedious as per their perception. And who would be the early adopters? The family and friends. So people who in the close vicinity and proximity whom they know. So they chose this channel because there are suggestions and feedbacks that can help them to improvise and develop on the product. Clients, 18 to 70 years old, vegetarian, workaholic people, and health conscious adults, they're the clients who will be definitely enjoying and buying the product because it is, healthy product, and it is fresh and it is affordable. So that's about the business plan that is there. What I'll do is I'll just share a video that after you prepare a business plan, then what do? You actually pitch to the different investors. Now, how to give a perfect elevator pitch? Let us try and understand.
You're in an elevator, the doors open up, and Bill Gates walks in. He has a briefcase full of money, and he says he heard you have a great business idea. You're on the 18th floor, and before you reach the bottom, you need to convince him to invest in your company. You need to give the perfect elevator pitch. In this video, we're going to give you the tips, the resources, and most importantly, the 7 steps you need to write that perfect pitch. What is an elevator pitch exactly? First of all, not every elevator pitch is going to be given in an elevator. It's just a common phrase people use to describe the moment where you need to quickly explain your business to an interested investor or potential client. At B-Plans, we even have a free pitch deck template that lets you write your pitch in a presentation format. So whether it's written down on one page or delivered in person, the perfect elevator pitch can be broken down into these 7 essential parts. First, we need to cover the problem. Are bicycle sales skyrocketing or bicycle thefts? Then you might have found a problem worth fixing. And that leads us to the next part of your pitch. If you're going to bring up your problem, then you need to talk about your solution. A common business mistake is to propose a solution when a problem doesn't actually exist. Nobody needs to buy a home security system for their property on the moon, yet. Another common mistake is to create a product or service that tries to solve too many problems at once. Start with one actual problem and provide one solid solution. In the third part of your pitch, you need to talk about your target market. Who's your product for? And don't just stop there. You want to talk about market segments you're targeting, how many people are in each segment, and the total amount they currently spend. At bplans.com, we have helpful resources on how to conduct market research for your business. Once you describe your target market, you'll also need to explain who else is trying to reach them. In other words, who's your competition? If you don't think you have any competition, then you're just not thinking hard enough about this. Competition can be direct, but it can also be indirect. If your product is a board game, your direct competition is other board games. But indirect competitors include video games, movies, books, outdoor sports, or other leisure activities. The 5th part of your pitch covers your team. Who are the people working with you? You might not have employees or partners on payroll yet, but you need to know the essential job roles that should be filled. Next, you need to give a financial summary. It doesn't have to be complex, but it does need to be well thought out. This is one of the main areas where investors separate good ideas from bad ideas. Bad ideas are revealed by unrealistic financial expectations, inaccurate calculations, or a complete lack of business knowledge. It will be hard to convince Bill Gates to invest in you if he has no idea how much money you want from him or how much he can expect to earn back on his investment. The 7th and final part of your pitch is a list of your milestones. What goals do you plan to achieve, and when do you plan to achieve them? Have you already reached some milestones? If so, bring those up. If you want to open a restaurant, investors will want to know if you've already signed the lease on your location and when you plan to open your doors. Even with these 7 parts, a perfect elevator pitch still has to be clear, concise, and compelling. You should be able to explain everything in about 60 seconds. If you can't do that, cut out more and get. You never know when Bill Gates will step into your elevator. For more pitch advice, check out our elevator pitch guide on bplans.com. You can also download our investor pitch deck template kit.
Yeah, so that actually explains, what should be the components of a business plan. As I said, with a proper startup venture that I explained in the presentation, that was, only you have seen, those things are actually covered. What I'll go on to show you now is how actually when you pitch to the investors, how do you actually pitch? And let us actually see a startup pitch so that you can have an understanding that what the investors look into and what you actually need to do when you present. So let's watch this startup pitch.
Well, not just us, but this is a problem with every entrepreneur, a banker, a salesperson, and an IT professional. They all desire to look dapper and smart every single day. But then here's a bit of twist. Staying in line with fashion is very expensive. But here's the solution. Oh, look, only subscription-based fashion rental service exclusively for men that lets them wear a different shirt every single day, all from top brands and with the latest fashion trends. That's right, our customers will never wear the same shirt twice, and that is a bonus guarantee. So how do we do that? Well, Oluf's process technology, which has machine learning capability, understands which shirt would look good on which customers. Then automate shirts for the customers, ensuring that the customers will love every shirt that they receive and by not sending the same shirt twice. That's right. Each week, our customer will receive a pack of 5 shirts, which shall be exchanged for a new pack of 5 the subsequent week. We generate revenue, taking our gross profit margins up to 60% per user. It's just a sign away from closing the deal and getting into a strategic partnership with Aditya Birla Group and the Future Group. Once again, we are Olo, and we are here to make each and every man look the best every single day. I really like the concept, so it's good if I get the newer shirts every week. Right. Can you be specific what sort of brands do you use? So these are the brands we have. We have Zara, we have Batman, we have Louis Vuitton. Use of technology and the stylus. We pick the best shirts for you and send it across to you. And it's a surprise next time? Or yes. As far as I'm concerned, I love the enthusiasm. I'll be your customer whenever you come to Delhi.
I've never really understood men's shirts and how they wear shirts.
This particular segment which you've taken on, it's gonna be there. I don't know when it's gonna come, but it's gonna be there in this country 6 months, 1 year down the line. Because everybody wants to be passionate. Because even if he doesn't want to afford. And it's a niche. Of course, it's a niche. I am super tempted. I think it's a good proposition, and I'm sure I would love to look at where you guys are, which is one of those concepts that's not been replicated from the West. I really take pride in it, and this could be one of those models where the West will, replicate from the East. I believe it. I believe in the concept. I really believe in this concept. I am. And I'm sure that will be a great job. And you will there in the radar, and I definitely love to look at the company. Thank you guys. All the best. All the best. So I think I understand the economics. I think economics is good. Economics is good.
Economics is good the way he's saying that.
So look at the actual numbers. These economics are not relevant. Let's do this after that. I'll prove it. Economics is good. The economics you are doing, there they'll make tons of money.
Okay. So that was about one particular pitch which was presented before investors, and they had presented about the product, about the pricing, about the model, about the finances, and how they would actually market the product. So what we have done is, we have understood what a business plan is all about, what are the components of a business plan, how to write a successful business plan, and how to find out, the problems and opportunities, create opportunities, and evaluate the opportunities, and then how to design the business model and the business plan. And then we have also seen that how you should pitch your business plan in front of the investors so that you can get finances, and also get your business plan evaluated by the experts in the field. So that's all about my session. on how to build a startup ecosystem in academia. I hope all of you have enjoyed the 5-day faculty development program, which is organized by International Internship University. And I would like to thank Dr. Inga Archilova, madam, and Piyush Pandit sir, of course, the founder of IIU, for giving such a wonderful platform for learning for all the stakeholders across the world. And also, I would like to thank Snigdha Kadam madam, and all renowned and experts at International Internship University. And I'm also thankful to my institution, which is Institute of Engineering and Management, for giving me an opportunity to speak on this 5-day faculty development program. I hope all of you have enjoyed and there was a great learning. Every learning is successful if it can be implemented. And if some of you can actually create business models and business plans and roll out your startup venture, that would be a successful stint to the learning that you had throughout this 5 days of the internship, for the 5 days of the faculty development program. Please utilize the opportunity so that you can be a successful business professional, a successful startup. Best wishes. Thank you so much. Signing off.